Hello and welcome back to the 12 Blocks of Christmas Quilt Along. My name is Haley with Haley Stitches and I'm hosting this completely free quilt along here on YouTube for you. Today we're going to be sewing block number 4, a simple 9 patch. If you're just joining us, no problem. You can get access to all of the blocks we've done and watch all of the previous videos. There's a playlist here and you'll get caught up in no time. You can grab the free pattern using the link in the description of this video. The free pattern is going to give you a 45-inch square quilt in a Christmas tree layout. If you want access to more sizes and layouts for this pattern, feel free to purchase the full quilt pattern that's 50% off through the Quilt Along. You can get it now for just $7. So let's grab our fabric and start on block number 4. Here I have my fabric cut and labeled and ready to go. So I cut it according to the pattern. We're cutting just a bunch of 2.5-inch squares for this 9-patch block. And I am going to make my version scrappy. So I chose 5 colors to use for my fabric 1. And then I'm using this Christmas light fabric for my background. So you'll have 4 background pieces and 5 fabric 1 pieces. And then we're going to lay it out in a grid pattern. So the colors are going to be on the corners and in the center. And then the white background fabric will be in the middle on each side. So I'm kind of just thinking through where I want each of these colors so that the block itself has good balance, and I'm taking into account that this block is right next to one of the branches on the tree, and I'm using that really dark green color for my tree branches. So I wanted to make sure that that dark green wasn't touching the right side. So I chose the reds in the corners, the greens in the other corners, and then that pink in the center. And now that I like my placement, it's time to piece our rows together. So I'm going to piece each of these 3 rows, and then I'm going to press the fabric in opposite directions. So I'm going to be pressing away from the white background fabric, and pressing in opposite directions is going to make it so each of our rows nest nicely with each other so that we get those nice crisp corners when we sew the entire block. So now the last step in piecing this 9-patch block is to trim it to 6.5 inches. So I'm lining up my ruler and just trimming off the little slivers just to make sure everything is nice and square. This is a super quick and easy quilt block, so it's a nice little palette cleanser, and I hope it gives you a little bit of time to catch up with the blocks if you're behind at all. And don't worry if you're behind, because these videos are going to live on YouTube forever, and the free version of this pattern will remain free as well. But I do want to mention, if you want to upgrade to the paid pattern that has additional sizes and layouts, you'll want to get that before the quilt along is over, because it's 50% off, just $7 through December 13th. And here is our final 6.5-inch 9-patch block. I will see you tomorrow with block number 5.